But I have good news of glory. This is not the end of the day. Good news of glory. This is not the end of the story. Grab your neighbor, give me courage and tell him it's going to work. Oh, yes, it is. Hey, 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 everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. All the things that you have been through, it's gonna work. It's coming together. Hey, while you coming in, like and share. Come on, like and share. Hey, got a fresh cut. You see it, Denitra? I don't have to put my little Scully on today. My Aunt Pearl is on. Hey, Aunt Pearl. All the way in Georgia. Love you. Y'all come on in the room. It's going to work. See, this might be a good song. It's going to work. Hey. They got a nice little groove on it, too. It's going to work. It's going to work. Cree, hey, sweetie. Hey, son, y'all got me a cut, man. I'm fresh. Y'all come on in the room. Hey, hey, come on in the room. Hey, hey, come on in the room. Y'all like and share. Come on, come on. Come on, y'all start tagging folk. Where Lady Tanilla at? Bro, Donzel, how you doing, man? Let's see. All right. Hey, hey, grace and peace, everybody. Everybody. Y'all come on in the room. Come on, invite your family and your friends. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hopefully everyone is having a great day, a great week so far. Happy hump day. We are excited to be Word Wednesday one more time. He let us come together one more time. Hey, Sister Erica. All right, y'all come on in the room. Y'all tag your family and friends. Invite somebody. Come on, like and share. Like and share. All right. We're going to get started. We're excited to have each and every one of you on with us. Do us a favor at the course of this stream. You can always like and share. Good evening. Good evening, Lady Tanel. Glad to have you with us on tonight. Hopefully you are having a great day. Hopefully you have. All right, Lady Tanel came late and invited people. Thank you. We appreciate that. We love her. We love her. She's the fragrance of the house. All right, y'all come on in the room. Come on. She's a good fragrance too. She smells good. She doesn't stink up the house. We thank God for her. She said, "Am all right, you did. Don't worry about it." Oh man, on Monday, Lady Tanilla and I will be celebrating 22 years. Thank you, Cree. She the only fragrance. We'll be celebrating 22 years. 22 years. God has kept us together. There's been times she wanted to walk out on me. There was some times she probably wanted to pack her stuff. I would have packed mine too. We was gonna walk together. But I'm thankful. 22 years. God has blessed us. We're gonna pray. We're gonna jump right in. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me add my source. Hold on. Hopefully everyone has invited your friends and your family. There we go. All right. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for your goodness. We thank you for your peace, your love, and your power. God, we thank you for another opportunity you've allowed us to come together. God, we ask that you bless us, Lord, as we endeavor to build your house, build our families, build the communities. God, build our houses. God, we ask that you continue to give us what we have need of. Father, let our coming together on tonight virtually not be in vain, but open up our understanding. God, give us what you would have us to understand. We will be mindful and careful to give you praise and glory. It's in the strong name of Jesus we pray. Amen. All right, there we go. People are starting to come on in. Y'all come on in, invite your family and friends. Rise said 22 years. I know, Rise, 22 years. She has put up with your boy. 22 years. Woo wee. She deserves a medal. Y'all give her a medal. Y'all, we're going to give her a medal. Let her know, hey, we appreciate her 22 years. And I'm so thankful for her. We were children. We were kids. I don't advise anybody to get married as young as we did. But, but God has been faithful and he has kept us together. And I'm so thankful for her on tonight. 22 years. Sister Monica says she's here multitasking. All right, praise the Lord. Sister Carlisha, bless you. Sister Regina, hey, good to see you. Sister Angela, God bless you all. Thank you all for coming on in. Y'all do us a favor, everybody on here, like and share. So we have Lady Tanil. Now, Lady Tanil, you wasn't supposed to agree with me. You're supposed to say it has been a blessing being married to you for 22 years. Now, I mean, now you. Thanks, Sister Angela, share from Philly. Lady Tanil, at least act like like you enjoyed the 22 years. She's like, right, I done put up with him for 22 years. Hey, Chris said the real MVP. Absolutely. Lady Tanil, yeah, I need you to come on now, tell these saints. It's been a blessing being married to. Thank you, Sister Regina, for sharing. I love you too, Lady T. I would call you what I affectionately call you, but I don't want all the saints to be talking about me because they. So I'm gonna call you Lady Tanil today instead of calling you what I call you, but call you for almost the last 30 years. Thank you, Sister Nancy. Amen. Bless you. Like the Lord has blessed us. We've known each other almost 30 years. That's a long time. God in heaven. She was there when I had hair. As you can see, I don't have hair anymore. She was there when I had hair. Lady Tanil, tell him I had hair. Elder Darius Walker's on here. God bless your heart. A new little baby boy. Congratulations, Elder Walker. See, Lady Tanil, she see that? Nita, she said I've been a blessing to her life. Put that, Nita, you ain't putting these comments on the screen, Nita. These comments, that comment need to be on the screen. Y'all, hey, y'all, there you go. Lady Nita being biased on her comments she put on the screen. I've been a blessing to her life. Hallelujah. uh, uh, uh. We are excited to be here on tonight. Evangelist Sarah, hey, Deke Thomas, what's up, y'all? Hey there, Mama Walker. Hey, she's on here. Good to see you, man. 22 years. It's a blessing. I know she has put up with me for 22 years. Dear someone, thank you so much, Vice Bishop. God bless your heart. All rise. No, everybody sit down. Everybody sit down. All right, so you all know we've been dealing with building, rise and build. And so for the last few weeks, we've had an opportunity to deal with different elements of building. So the first week we dealt with building his house. And that was great. We had an opportunity to deal with building our houses, your natural house and your spiritual house. And then we talked about building the community for last week, and we dealt with your network or the people that have common interests, so that community. And today we're going to deal with building the community in which you see that needed. We getting fancy out here in these streets, man. Woo, looky here. We got a PowerPoint on here. And look, I'm down there in the bottom. For those of you, I'm super excited about this. And so let me go ahead and remove the logo. So that way, yeah, all right. Building the community. So in our Rise Up and Build, you see the slideshow, Denitra? God is faithful. He is so faithful to us. Even when we don't deserve it, he is faithful. Rise up and build. You see that? I don't know whether or not y'all paid attention. That's a community on the side there. I don't know whether or not y'all noticed. I know they're all little white houses, but it's a community over there. All right, let's get right into it. So, building the community. Building the community is a field of practices directed toward the creation or enhancement of cooperation among individuals with a regional area, within a regional area, or with a common interest. So last week we dealt with Pastor Dan. Good to see you. He on here too, my brother. My brother from the same mother. Uh, uh, Dr. Robert, good to see you, man. Uh, Lady Tino said I'm enjoying my own cooking. So last week we dealt with the community, like your network, like the people who have common interests. So we talked about that. Let's go to the next slide, where we had regional area, neighborhood, or common interests. Today we're going to deal with regional area since last week we dealt with common interests. So let's go jump right into it. Y'all ready? So building the community. For those of you who are on, who live here and who are part of our physical building and all of our physical church, and those of you who are part of our virtual church, we love you all as well. But I'm gonna just give you some demographics of the physical space in which our building is located. So I feel like every leader should know the demographics of the community in which they serve, right? So you don't just want to have a building in a space where you don't know the demographics of the building. Best believe before they open up any Starbucks, before they open up any Target, before they open up any urgent care or any hospital, they first have to see what the demographics are in that area. There's no point of putting a Starbucks in a space where you know it's not going to be successful. There's no point of putting an urgent care in a space where you know that there's no need for an urgent care. So the community demographics. Our church, our building, our facility is located in the zip code of 85017. 85017. So I'm going to give you a few demographics for this community, so you kind of understand what does building a community look like as it pertains to where we're located at. And you can do this for whatever community you're in, whatever community your church is located in, just to kind of understand what space or what does the community need, and all those various things. So the community demographics, as you can see, the average income in our community is $35,951. That is pretty alarming. Can we be honest and say, man, 35,000? Many of us, yeah, we like, I can't live off that. Right. So that is what the demographics look like in our community. It's 27.2%. Families that live in this community live in poverty. All right, y'all talk back to me on here. What y'all thinking? The median age for 85017 residents is 26 and a half years young. So the average age of the people that live in this community is 26 and a half. Wow, think about it. So it wouldn't make sense for us to be really focusing on senior citizens in the community that we're in, right? No, I mean, not saying that we can't do something for senior citizens, but the average age in our community is 26 and a half. So I'm not saying that we disregard senior citizens, not saying that we don't, do something to impact senior citizens. And absolutely, but we have to think about, okay, in our community, 26 and a half is the average age. We have 42,656 people in 85017. It is the 52nd most populated zip code in the state of Arizona out of 399 zip codes. So in the state of Arizona, there's 399 zip codes. We are the 52nd most populated zip code. Right, exactly. Walker millennials is the target audience. So yeah, if 26 and a half is that age group in it, like we need to make sure that we're focusing. How do we pull those 26 and a half year olds in here? How do we get those 42,000? Not saying we got space for 42,000, but how do we get 10% of that in here? Like, so how do we work on that? And it gives you the ethnicity breakdown. So as you can see in 85017, the ethnic groups are Hispanic, 67.6%. Whites, Caucasians, however you want to frame it up, 17%. And then we have blacks at 5.9%. So one of the things that we have to do a better job at is, okay, if we're in this community, there is no way or no reason we shouldn't be doing something that impacts the Hispanic community. Would you all not agree? Come on, y'all in here. Y'all talk back to me on here. Now, I'm not saying that we have to change our order of service or change how we how we conduct service, but we should have something whether or not we have a separate service for Hispanics or Spanish speaking service, or whether or not we do something in the community that's geared directly toward Hispanics, whether or not we bring some Spanish preachers in and some Spanish people that can actually speak and interpret and speak the language and do something in our community that will actually impact the majority of our population in our community is Hispanic. So we definitely need to do something that impacts the Hispanic community. We have, like I said, 5.9% is black, 17% is white. So this gives you some demographics. So in order to effectively build a community, you must first know what the community consists of. Right. Thank you, Dominique. We got to provide the resources and comfortability because we got to make sure that they feel comfortable. Like, so we have to, you know, go out and whether or not we hire, whether or not we partner, network with our Hispanic speaking brothers and sisters, I mean, Spanish speaking brothers and sisters, we can bring them in and help us build the community. So was anybody, would you have thought this was the statistics or the demographics for our community? Come on, y'all talk back to me. What is anything on this list alarming? You're right, Nita. It's a church right around the corner. Templo. Yeah. So partnering with them, because I'm sure if the name is Templo, so it's a Spanish speaking church. So we should be able to partner with them and be able to say, okay, hey, how do we build the community together? It shouldn't just be us building the community, but we can partner with them to help us build the community as well. Uh, Dominique says she's not shocked. Yep, yep. Let's see. Denitra, that's true. Got to know your audience, community. You can't go in blind. You're right. And so many of us, we go in and we don't understand the audience. We don't understand the demographics. So, say for instance, if the average income is $35,000, if we decided to sell something, like say, okay, hey, let's sell hot dogs outside. Like we can't charge $8 for the hot dogs because the average income is 35,000. So you got to know your demographics. You got to know, okay, hey, if 35,000 is the average income, then there's a lot of needs, a lot of things that we can do to help soften the load or help, carry the burden that they may have as it pertains to uniforms for their children in school, or it may be we have Resurrection Sunday coming up, and you got a lot of families who may want an Easter basket for their child, but they can't afford it. So different things like that, where we can actually go out there and be able to impact the community. You're right, Sarah. You can't sell $10 hot dogs. You just can't. I mean, like 35,000. I'm not, especially if I have 5 kids. I can't buy $10 hot dogs for 5 kids. uh, Hispanic. It is inclusive. Is a majority Mexican. D. So good question. Good question. The majority of that Hispanic is the Mexican population. So. Uh, Yep, that's exactly. Yep, Dominique, I'm glad you said that because that's the school right around the corner where we can actually, impact, the community. So things that we can do to actually help build the community. So it's a whole lot of work, a whole lot of ministry in this community that we can be doing. And looking at these numbers should help you understand that there's so much work to be done. Do you all agree? All right. All right, let's go to the next slide. So hold on, let me go back and just get some. So let's think about what are some of the things that we can do to build the community. So I want this where I need a real good talk back church. Dominique, you're right. It's a major need that we can fill. I don't want to be a ministry or a church that if we were to shut down, nobody would miss us. I don't want to be a space where nobody even knows that we're over here. I want to make sure that we are impact the community. So if something was to go down, they'd be like, "What happened to that? Oh man, oh my God, that's not a church anymore. I remember they used to do this and they did that." So I want to make sure that we're impacting the community. So y'all, come on, talk back to me. What are some ways that we can build the community? We're gonna put these comments up here. Let me hide my thing for a minute and get you back to me so we can see these comments. Need to put the comments on there when they put them up. Y'all, come on, talk back to us. Come on, y'all. You still can like and share. Thank you, Jamarcus. You're right. Letting the church be the church outside the four walls, making an impact, meeting the immediate needs. We definitely need to partner with the churches and schools around us. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all come on. We can look to have clothing drives, back to school drives. Yep, yep. Those are some different things that we need to do. Let the community know we're here by hosting a community giveaway. Yep, yep. Oh, y'all, come on. I like this. Y'all give me some good ones. Uh, get suggestions from people in the community on how we can help them. Yes, yes. Oh, this is a good talk back church. I love it. Establish community partnerships. Yes, yes. Do events that lets them showcase their culture. Okay, all right. Yeah, I like it, Pastor Dan. Connect with the surrounding school districts. Connect with the programs. Yeah. There's a shortage in the schools. Food drives. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, this is good. Y'all, come on, come on. Ask local businesses. Yes. Yeah, reach out and see what the community needs without forcing them to come to church. Thank you. So we don't just assume what they need. That is so true. And that's what I want us to understand. That it's not about them being a member of our church. It's not about them, hey, if they become a member, that's great. But that's not the end goal. Like our end goal is to impact the community and to make disciples. Like whether or not they go back to whatever church or I mean, like making disciples don't mean they have to come to your church. So we want to make sure that we're impacting community. The Bible is clearer when Jesus told the disciples, "When I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me to drink. When I was naked, you didn't give me clothes." And they were like, "Well, Jesus, we never seen you in that." He said, "As you do for the least of them, you do it as unto me." And so we want to make sure that we are not just loving God, but you all know I'm big on let's love people as well. Uh, School drive, yep, school drive is big. Yep, yep. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Any other ones? All right, all right. All right, let me put my little slide to back up. Love and kindness. What do we say here? We miss so many people just because we aren't kind and show love. That's so true. So true. Lady Tennille, you're right. It's bigger than church membership. So true. So true. Let's go back here. All right. Vacation Bible School. Get the children and the parents will come. There you go. Things like that. Like you're right. Bringing these children in and now they're excited about this space and now they're telling their parents like, "Oh my God, I went to this church and mommy was so fun. I enjoyed my time with the other kids and all of that." So yeah, it's things like advise local business around the church that you are there and wanted to make an impact. Yes, yes, yes. These are some good ones. Yes, yes. I love it. I love it. You all are such a great group. All right, let's see here. Okay. And you all have been naming a lot of these. So let's look at some different things. Assess the needs of the community. I know many of you talked about that. Like, just we're not going to just give them what we think they need. No, we need to assess the needs of the community. Not only do we need to assess the needs of the community, we need to address the needs of the community. Okay, hey, now we know what you need. Now let's address those needs. Clear communication with the community. So have that clear communication set up with the community. Build trust within the community. Look for ways that we can clean up the community. It's so many neighborhoods and so many areas just in this space that we're in that we can just pick one Saturday and go out there and just clean up, get some trash bags, and just having a clean environment adds pride to your neighborhood. It builds you up. You're like, man, they clean up these fields out here that had all types of broken bottles and all types of debris and rubbish out there. Connect with the community. Look for ways to connect with the community. I know I heard you guys mentioning local businesses, local schools, ways that we can connect with the community. Involve the community. Bring them to our parking lot. We're doing a giveaway. Like look for ways that we can involve them, and also look for ways that we can empower the community. Like we don't want to just always hand out stuff. We want to make sure that how do we empower them to be better. Like so, how do we bring resources in? Like have somebody come in and do a seminar on financial literacy, do a seminar on how to buy a home, first time home buyers, just different things like that, ways that we can empower the community. All right, so let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these. All right, you still have time to like and share. Let's see where we at. What time is it? All right, so we're at the halfway point. So I need y'all to do me a favor. All right, we're gonna jump right back into it, but I need y'all to do me a favor. We're gonna pause for station identification. I need you all to like and share. Come on, like and share. I got a fresh haircut. You can like and share. Come on. Like and share. Come on, y'all. Like and share. Like and share. Like and share. I'm going to share again. I think it's worth sharing again. Let's see. All right. There we go. Share it. There we go. All right. Okay. So let's go. Let's jump right in. All right. So assess the needs of the community. Um, has anyone ever heard of the Maslow uh, um, hierarchy of needs? Some of you might be familiar with this. Let's go through it. In 1943, Maslow developed a hierarchy of needs to explain the 5 levels every human being must progress through to self-actualization. Most homeless people are seeking to achieve their uh, physiological physiological needs. I can read, and the search for food, clothing, and shelter is prioritized above everything else. Understanding how humans progress up the ladder of needs can help us better understand what support people need to reach self-sufficiency. Maslow suggested that higher needs can begin to develop even when lower needs are not fully satisfied. So let's look at this. All right. So here's the Maslow's 5 levels of human need. So as you can see on the foundation, at the bare minimum, the bottom, the foundation before we get to any of the other things, physiological needs. So breathing, food, water, shelter, clothing, and sleep. So those are the things that they need. And most of the people that you encounter that are out there on the street, they're just trying to survive. They're looking for food. They're looking for shelter. They're looking for clothing. Many of us are trying to deal with the top part of the pyramid before we even deal with their needs. And notice, even in Scripture, uh, even when Jesus would minister, or he would go and perform miracles, he dealt with their physical needs first before he ever touched anything spiritual. Think about it. They were hungry, he would feed them. Okay, now that I fed you, now let's deal with this. Or if they needed a healing, okay, let me heal you. But hey, I'm not only want to heal your body, I want to make sure that I heal your soul as well. Think about it. The woman who was at the well, she was thirsty. All right, let's deal with the water first. All right, you're thirsty, but I also have something, a water from a well that you'll never thirst again. So think about it. Let's look at it. So we're so busy trying to focus on, hey, we just got to get them saved, got to invite them to church, but we're not dealing with their needs. We're not dealing, okay, hey, they're hungry, right? Give me a sandwich before you want to give me Jesus. I'm not saying that Jesus is not important, but like, hey, go ahead and hand me that little hamburger. And they were like, hey, do you know our Lord and Savior? Now I'm more prone to listen because my stomach is not talking louder than, because you think about it, if I'm hungry, my stomach is talking louder than you are. I hear it. It's growling, it's rumbling. Lady Tennille, you're right. Natural then spiritual. And so you have a lot of people who will miss it because they're so busy trying to focus on spiritual instead of dealing with the natural. After you deal with those natural things like shelter, food, and water, now they're looking for safety and security. So health, employment, property, family, and social stability. So now that I've dealt with, okay, I have shelter, now that I've dealt with having food and water, now let's deal with in that we can get them in a place where they feel secure, right? And then after you deal with that, now you can deal with love and belonging, friendship, family, intimacy, sense of connection. But I can't connect with anybody because I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to eat later on. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to where my clothes are coming from. I'm still trying to figure out where that next water or that next shower is coming from. I'm looking for those various things, and so I want to make sure we deal with that self-esteem. So now we can have an opportunity to build confidence, achievement, respect of others, the need to be a unique individual. And then after we get through there, now we can go to self-actualization, morality, creativity, um, acceptance, experience, purpose, meaning, and inner potential. So you look at all these various things, but we have to deal with those natural things first. We got to deal with, hey, all right, they're hungry. Let's look at ways to feed them. Let's look at ways that we can pass out clothes. And I know you all were talking about this. We have, people that have clothes now. Many of you have clothes in your closet. Shameless plug for the outreach ministry. Many of you have clothes in your closet right now that you say, hey, you know what? I'm never going to wear this again. bring those clothes in. And I want to challenge all of you that's on here, that you're in the city. Those of you who are not in the city, you want to mail them to us, that's okay as well. We'll give you the address. You can ship your old clothes. Hey, we'll use them and be able to pass those out to people who may have a need for them. Some of the greatest clothes I ever wore in my life as a child was hand-me-downs. Right? And I know some of y'all didn't have to experience hand-me-downs. But as a kid, we didn't have a whole lot of money, so we wore other people's clothes. It would other children at the church that were bigger than us, other children in other churches that knew my mother and father had some little smaller children. They would hand us their clothes. I remember to this day, it was some suits as a little boy I wore. It was a family called the Mays family, and they were bigger than us. And so when they would get finished, they were suits, and they would pass them down, and me and Damon would wear some of the old suits that they had. And they were nice suits. We walking in looking like we, spent money on these suits, and we didn't. And so you have things that you can bring in that can brighten somebody else's day. You have old shoes, and you have and now don't bring in nothing that nobody wouldn't want to wear. Like, hey, if it's raggedy and torn, we want gently used clothes. Devin, you're right. Erica, you're right. Make sure they're clean. Nita, you gotta put my comments over so I can see Nita. And y'all need to be taking a break, y'all. There we go. We love her. There we go. They're clean and usable. Gently used, even as an adult. Dev, you're right. There's some mean pieces from others. Like, even as an adult, I mean, many of us, can we be honest and say, people have given us, like, oh man, thank you. So we want to make sure that we're impacting the community and we're bringing our stuff in. So Sanctuary, family and friends, those of you that are just on here, if you have some stuff and you want to send it over, you want to bring it by, you want to mail it in, do that. We are building up our little storehouse here so we can be able to impact the community. If I see somebody out there and they need something, I want to be able to say, hey, we have shoes, clothes in here, and you can come on in and get your gently used clothes. And we're not going to charge them for it. No charge. It's just come on in. These are things that we're giving away. So yeah, this is good. This is good. So let's go to the next one. If we could, and Abraham Lincoln said this, if we could first know where we are and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do and how to do it. So we got to assess the needs. We got to be able to identify what is the needs in the community. Because if we know what we're dealing with, we know how to handle it. Benjamin Franklin says, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So 4 types of community needs. You have perceived needs. So these are perceived needs. These are needs that we think just off of our perception. You have expressed needs. These are needs that the people have solely expressed to us. Like, hey, we need such and such. You all remember a couple weeks ago when we were out there in the community feeding and everything, there were some express needs. They told us, hey, we need toilet paper. We need such and such. We need these. And so we gave us an opportunity to really assess the needs. So we can go back next time with things that they said they needed versus things that we think they need. So you have absolute needs. These are things that are deemed universal. So food is an absolute need. They don't necessarily got to tell us they need food. We see that. It's an absolute need. Relative needs rendered necessary based on equity. So based upon the community that you're in, you can say, okay, hey, these are needs based upon the community that you're located in. Yeah. All right. So any questions? Okay, y'all, yeah. Thank you. This is Dominique. I'm telling you, we're trying to build the community. I want to be a staple in our community. I want people to be able to say, man, the Sanctuary Phoenix, I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you came from. It's a safe place. It's a place where you can come and you can receive help. It's a place that does not care about you being a member of their church. They want to be there to help the community. Do y'all agree with me? Do I got some Sanctuary people on here who say, yep, Pastor, we with you. We with you. Come on, y'all. Let me see your hands out there. Y'all wave your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. All right, let's go. Let's go. So we're going to assess the needs. We are going to address the needs. So we talked about food distribution. We talked about we want to make sure that we have space. So thank you, Sis Angela. Safe place for everyone. Thank you, Denitra. Safe place for everyone, no matter what you look like, no matter where you came from. I want to be a safe place. I want to be a place where people can come and find refuge. Mental health, substance and abuse support. We want to be a place where people can come and have support for substance abuse. support for abuse, period. Like you may be going through domestic violence or whatever the case would be. We want to have resources and spaces where people can come and receive help. I want to have space where people can come and we have childcare that's affordable, childcare that does not cripple you, childcare that does not make you have to get 3 extra jobs just to pay for the kids. Because I remember having a daughter in childcare. I remember. I'm glad that both of my daughters were not close enough in age where by the time one of them was getting in childcare, the other one was already done with childcare. So I'm glad. But for the parents who have children who are right back to back and they got a year in between them and all of those various things, and they have to put 2 and 3 children in daycare, that's a lot of money, right? Especially considering that the average income in this community is $35,000. So you can imagine if you're making $35,000 a year trying to put your child in a daycare that's going to charge you $400 or $500 a week for them, you can't afford it. Yeah. Okay, do I pay the rent or do I pay for daycare? Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't do them both. So, um, accurate and regularly updated resource mapping. So that's something that we have to do too as well. There may be needs in the community that we actually physically don't have the capability or the resources for, but we should be able to provide resource mapping. So be able to say, okay, hey, we can't do this for you, but we know where you can go and get that. Or we know who can do that for you. There's some things that, it may be where we don't have the facility to do substance abuse, but we know a space that we can take you to and you can get that treatment. Or we don't have a space where we have it where you can receive domestic violence yet. And I'm gonna put all of these in there yet because we're working where we're gonna make sure that we're gonna build some stuff and do some things in this whole area um, where it impacts all of these levels and all of these different things in someone's life. But until then, we got to make sure that we have accurate and regularly updated resource mapping. And when I say accurate, it needs to be some place where people know that they can go and it happens. Because you all know we get people send you stuff and say, hey, well, go such and such. And you go there like, oh, we haven't did that in 2 years. Or we don't do that anymore. And we done sent this person on a wild goose chase and they like, wow, man, they told me to come here. And now anybody ever been there where people sent you on a wild goose chase for rental assistance or utility assistance? Hey, go check them out or go here and go there. And you've been on this wild goose chase, and now you're like, man, yeah. So we'll make sure that we have accurate and regularly updated um, resource mapping. Would you say, Denisha, that's why partnerships are so important because a lot of times agencies prioritize the referrals from partners. Exactly. So what'll happen is we build a partnership with a agency, and now they say when people go up there and say, "Hey, the sanctuary sent me," they're like, "Okay, cool. Let me move you up to the top of the line." Dominic, you're right, and it'd be stressful. The people are stressed out because they're trying to meet these needs, and I think sometimes people think that the church has the money. Like, yeah, the church don't have all of these resources. Like I wish we did have the resources where we could say, okay, hey, here's such and such, and here's this, and here's rental assistance and all that. And we've helped people, so don't get me wrong, we do help within our means to be able to help. But if we had the capability or had the partnership with other spaces where we can do more and be able to impact people, then we take the stress off that person where they're trying to go around and figure out what the next move is going to be. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and like Lady Tennille said, it was $200 back when our children were in school. And so I can only imagine what it is now. Oh, I even think about Carter. Like when Carter was there, man, yeah, it was expensive. It is expensive. So let's go over here. All right. You still got time to like and share? Y'all, come on, come on. This is good. This is good. Um, Clear communication. So there can be no community without communication. Communication is how we associate with others, form relationships, build groups, organize, and cooperate. So we got to build and clear communication. We want to be able to clearly communicate within our community, clearly communicate with our partners in the community, communication with the school system here, communication with the police department. I'm a part of this thing called Faith in Blue, where the pastors in this community and the police department, we have these meetings that we come together and we talk about what's happening in our community and what things can the church do and what things can the police department do. So it's called Faith in Blue. And Pastor Ogle, shout out to him. He pulled me in when we first moved over here. I reached out because I know he's already been in this community. So I'm like, hey, what are some things? And he told me about Faith in Blue, and it has been a tremendous blessing. Um, where we've been able to partner with Faith in Blue and just hear from the police departments. One of the things that has improved drastically since just me being a part of this Faith in Blue, for those of you who don't know, by our church being so far back in this isolated area, in this space where it doesn't have a whole lot of traction, it turned into Fast and Furious every night and on the weekends. Nita, you remember when we first moved here? Oh man, they was drag racing all up and down the street. They were doing donuts in the parking lot every night. I was down here doing work, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is happening outside?" It literally felt like Tokyo. Those movies with Paul Walker and all of them. Yeah, it was real deal. Like they were outside, like racing up and down the street. But because of my connection with the Faith in Blue, the policemen come around here now. Like you'll see policemen down at the end, and so just different things like that. I'm working on even partnering where we have police that come like during the evenings when we have like any night services or anything, or even sometimes on a Sunday. I was talking to Pastor Ogles. They have police that's just out there in the parking lot. So you got like one policeman that's out there, maybe one or two policemen that just kind of stay out there to make sure everybody's good and make sure everything is good. Krisha, you're right. Krisha said she worked at a daycare and these parents be struggling. It is a major struggle. All right, let's see here. Effective communication leads to active partner participation of the individuals in community development. All right, let me jump on here because my time is leaving quickly. All right, build trust. So we got to build trust within the community. So we have to engage regularly, not just when you want something. So we're not engaging with them just so we can get them to come to our church. Like no, we want to engage regularly, not because we want something, but because we want to be a blessing to this community. We really want to build the community. So we don't want to just, some people just reach out to you when they want something. We don't want to be those people. We want to reach out to them when we're giving away stuff, not when we need something. We want to be those people that engage regularly. We want to show our community that we're listening, and not only that we're listening, but we're learning from what we hear. So we're learning, okay, we came out here and we did this. What type of feedback did we get from this? So that way we know what to do the next go round. Share both our achievements and our challenges. We want to let them know it's okay to be vulnerable. So we want to be able to share, hey, this is what we've accomplished. These are some different things that we want to do better in this upcoming year or this upcoming quarter, whatever the case may be. So be able to share those. We also want to make it transformational and not transactional. So transformational, not transactional. And we have so many relationships in our lives where it's just strictly transactional. It's not transformational. But we want to make sure that this partnership or this relationship is a transformational relationship. Like we are able to change their lives for the better because of our interaction. All right. Any questions? Anything so far? We're building the community. Somebody put in the comments. We are building the community. Come on, need to see it in the comments. Y'all put it in there. We are building. Let me put it in here as well. We are building the community. I'll need to put it in. Need to beat me to it. All right. There we go. Let's go to the next one. There we go. I'm starting to see it in the comments. There you go. Ross, hey. We are building. There we go. 100. I see the 100 behind. 100. 100. We building the community. There we go. It's a delay, preacher. All right, there we go. All right, I got it. All right, thank you. We're building the community. So we got to clean up. So we talked about cleaning. It is important to keep our community clean because it is a representation of its residents. Visitors should know that residents take pride in the appearance of their neighborhood because it's well kept. It shouldn't appear as if no one cares or lives there. And that's what I was telling you all, even about beautifying the outside of our sanctuary, of our building, of our edifice. Shameless plug for the build his house campaign. 25K. We're gonna raise it. Woo woo! Come on, y'all. Let me need to put that flyer up right quick. I'm gonna take a pause right here for a second. Put the flyer up. There we go. We're gonna build his house campaign. There we go. We're gonna build his house. And this is to help us, beautify the exterior. We want when people pull up to be like, man, all right, I see what we're doing here. I like it. So we'll come back to that in a minute. All right, Nita. I'm talk more about that at the end. All right, so we're gonna clean up. Getting your community involved in a neighborhood cleanup can be a great way to create an awareness in your area and can lay the groundwork for future waste reducing efforts. A cleanup can also bring about a sense of community and responsibility to keep our homes and common areas safe and clean. So we'll be able to, partner with the community, say, okay, hey, on the third Saturday of the month, we're going to be out there cleaning up such and such. Join us, and we can go by and put little door hangers on everybody's door. Say, hey, we're cleaning up the community. Join us, and you'll be surprised how many people may come out there and just to partner with us to help clean up the community. They've been looking at stuff. They've been waiting on somebody to spearhead it, and now we take the ownership of spearheading it, and they decided to come and help us and work. Yeah. So yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. All right, let's see here. Public space cleanup, neighborhood volunteers usually with simple equipment, broom, shovels, gloves, trash bags. Spend some or all of the day cleaning up. Uh Trying to see. Uh-oh. I need to switch it back. Sorry. I know. All right. How do I switch it back? All right. There we go. All right. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. uh but think about it. Even if we brought all of the material, we brought the trash bags, we brought all the shovels and rakes and everything. We just asking for bodies. Like we just come out and help. You don't have to bring anything. Just bring yourself. We got gloves. We got all the different things. You'd be surprised how many companies would donate to stuff like that. Say, okay, hey, Home Depot may say, you know what, you want to clean the community? We got gloves, disposable gloves that we'll give you. So we're building a community. All right, let's go to the next one. Connect with. An opportunity for us to meet the neighbors. So I know a couple of the people that are next to us, like far as buildings and businesses are concerned. But there's so many more in our neighborhood that we could reach out to and meet them and kind of see exactly what they are doing and let them know what we're trying to accomplish. And you'd be surprised. They may have partners already with they may have networks already with other people that they can share with us, and we can really impact the community. We can participate in a local event, so we get an opportunity to connect with them. Say, okay, hey, they're doing a neighborhood block party or whatever the case would be. We can, partner in and say, hey, we'll donate 200 hot dogs to the block party. We can do giveaways. Say, hey, come down to the parking lot of 3102. We're giving away such and such school clothes and do just whatever the case is. School uniforms, backpacks, doing drives. We can teach a class or workshop. We can say, okay, hey, join us every quarter. We have a class free to the community. You can come in. We'll already pay the person who's teaching the class. You don't have to worry about that. But it's a class on financial literacy. It's a class on first-time home builders. Hey, Denitra, I was thinking about that because on the weekends, nobody's on the block. We literally could probably take up this whole block and have like jumpers and food trucks and do all types of things where we can do a major block party. Yeah, yeah. So, what do y'all think? Well, let me see some feedback on here. What y'all thinking? That's cool. All right, all right. I see the comments coming in. All right. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? Told y'all we build in the community. The Lord gave me this thing for us, rise and build, and I really believe that we, with these four elements of building, that we're going to really be able to impact not only our lives, but even impact the lives of everybody in this community as well. So Dominique said, let's bring on the free classes. Yes, yes. Robert said he'll find some entertainment. Yeah, absolutely. And we can have comedy. We can have, I mean, all the like spoken word. I mean, all types of stuff. Because one thing that's universal, we all like to laugh. I don't care what we're like. Even if we had an interpreter for the Spanish speaking people in the community, we all like to laugh. So, yep. All right, let's go to the next one. Involve. So offer incentives, like incentivize people. Like, hey, come be a part. Hey, you be a part, and you bring three people to be a part with you. We'll give you such and such. Uh, uh, just do different various incentives. Leverage community groups. Find out what are some of the community groups in this area, and leverage those groups. Like, hey, we notice that you have a group here, you know, for substance abuse. Let's leverage those groups. Try different calls to action, and calls to action like, hey, this quarter our call to action is cleaning up the different vacant lots. Our call to action for another quarter could be, hey, uh, uh, classes. I mean, just different call to action. So, more. I mean, you all we'll brainstorm and we'll come up with ideas on what we'll do, but just different things or different call to actions. Uh, Dita said, Crease said, Kool-Aid slushies on deck. All right. Crease, I get excited about Kool-Aid. I think of the big old Kool-Aid commercial. I make Kool-Aid for my family. I love it. All right. Be hyper relevant. We want to be relevant. We want to really impact what is impacting our community. So we got to tackle what's tackling our community. So got to be relevant and create a sense of urgency. We want to let them know, hey, this is important to us. We want to have a sense of urgency where they're like, hey, this is important. We're urgent. We want to make some changes. We want to make some moves here. So, all right, let's see here. And not only we're involved, we're going to empower, provide skills, leadership training, job network to residents, be able to have, maybe we have a hiring here, like people down and say, okay, hey, we have some businesses, HRs will come down and we do a hiring event right here in our space. Because one thing, and when we created this space, or as we continue to create this space, we wanted to create a space that wasn't just good for having great church. If you even notice inside of our worship area, it can be turned into multiple things. Like we can move those chairs out and have a major hiring event going on in our worship area. That was one of the reasons why we, went with the type of floor that we have. That was one of the reasons why we went with the type of aesthetics that we have in there, because we want to make sure that that it can serve as a multi-purpose space. Not just, okay, we came in to have great church. Oh, this was wonderful. Now, okay, let's move these chairs out. Let's put some round tables. Let's put some rectangular tables in here and have people coming in and they can actually go to all the different tables and learn about different jobs. So just different things. Provide opportunities for connection, strengthen the capacities of traditional institutions. So like the schools and the banking institution that's around here. How do we strengthen those? How do we go to the schools and partner with them and strengthen those traditional institutions? And last but not least, provide necessary resources. So do all that we can to provide necessary resources. Robbie, you remember that theme song for Kool-Aid? So any questions? Anything you guys have? I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know if you're excited about it, but I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pretty excited about this. This is a game changer. Like just this type of stuff. This allows the church to be the church. Do you all agree? We get an opportunity to come out of these four walls and really, really be who God has called us to be. Really be light in dark places. Really be the salt of the earth. Really give us an opportunity to impact people that don't look like us, that didn't come from the same background that we came from, and I'm pretty excited about that. So, thank you, Denitra. Excited. Can't wait to get to work. Yes, we are. And so you're gonna be hearing more about this. We're gonna have like little subgroups that's gonna help with different things, and just like, yeah. So more information to come. This is gonna be a year where it's gonna be like, wow. Like when we do a year in review, we're gonna be able to go back and say, man, like we really impacted our community. We really did the work. Thank you, Robert. We are the church. Where we can really go out and say, well, people are like, man, the Sanctuary Phoenix, yeah, oh my God, like that is an amazing ministry. They are really doing the work. They're not just walking around with titles. They are doing the work. And it's going to be one of those things where it's not just a one-time no. It's going to become our culture. Like we're going to create the culture where this is who we are. Like when people think of the Sanctuary, they're gonna be like, man, when I hear the name, the Sanctuary Phoenix, I can vividly see in my mind a ministry that's really being the hands and the feet and the mouth of God. So yeah. It becomes who we are. It becomes our culture. Yeah, and so I'm excited about it, and I need you all to be excited about it as well. Uh, if this is not what you're interested in, and this is not your type of church, then I'm sorry. I apologize up front. Maybe we I'm sorry, but this is who we're gonna be. Like, so if you feel like you'll be a part, like you feel like, hey, I can be a part of this. I really love what I like what this looks like. Uh, um, yeah, I think you're in the right place. I think you're in the right place where you can help us. Thank you, Sister Angela. Thank you, Brother Rob. Pastor Dan is in Ohio and he excited about it. So thank you. So this is going to be phenomenal. I think God is going to really bless us. I'm excited about it, and I'm glad to see that many of you are excited about it as well. Sarah says, Saint Sanctuary Phoenix DePaul. Yeah, exactly. So we don't have to have a Saint Vincent de Paul doing all the work. Like when was the last time you saw churches like us, or Kojic, or Pentecostal church going, I want to be that. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So uh just need to put up my whatchamacallit, please. The 25K. Thank you. So, in our efforts to build his house campaign, in our effort to build his house, we have this campaign, and this will help us with phase 3 of renovations. And so, I need your help. I need your help. Pastor is not begging, but I'm pleading with you that I need your help. Shout out to those of you who've already told me, hey, Pastor, I got you. I'm gonna do such and such. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've already told you I'm gonna sow 2,500. So I'm gonna be one of those. You may not be able to do 2,500, but you say, man of God, I can do 1,000. By all means, do that 1,000. You say, hey, man of God, hey, Uncle Sam gave me back more than what I expected. And you say I can do 2,500, then do it. If you say, hey, I can do 500, you can do that. If you say, hey, preacher, I got a good 250 for you, do that 250. You say, hey, preacher, I got $100 on it. Hey, this is what we need. I'm telling you, we all get together, we can accomplish so much. And what I want you to do, I want you to ask your family and friends. Like, don't just make it on you. You may say, hey, I want to do 1,000, but I only have 500. You can ask 5 of your friends or family for, like, hey, can you sow $100 to my church? That way I can have $1,000. Yeah, you can do it. I never forget when my wife was little. When she was younger, she didn't have a job, but she knew how to bake cakes. And every time her church would be doing something, she would bake cakes and do various things to raise her money so she could be a part of what they were doing. And I never forget, like, Tanil, she would make these cakes and sell her cakes as a kid, and she would be able to sow her money. Krisha, you're right. We was able to do it. I mean, we can do it again. And you all saw what we were able to accomplish when we did it last time. We were able to finish quite a bit of projects here in the building. Uh, Anytime people come in, our superintendent, our bishop, they come in and they love what we've done here. They love how the transformation that has taken place in this facility. This place has turned into the space that that our jurisdiction uses, the space that our district can come and use. And so, not only do I want to be a blessing to our spiritual community, I want to also be a blessing to the natural community. So there's some different things that we need to finish up and finalize, so that way we have spaces where we can put the computer room when people need to come in and do their resumes. We got spaces in the back where we're working on doing some different spaces where people can come in and be able to utilize the facilities that we have. But we got to finish and finalize some things. So we need your help. We need your help. Thank you, Denise. She said she don't know just yet what you got on it, but you definitely got something. I appreciate that. Uh, 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 so y'all got people, but we got people all around this nation who believe in what we're doing. So tap into your networks, tap into your family and friends, and say, hey, my church is doing a campaign. I've watched God do it. I've watched him do it. I've watched some of our counterparts raise $100,000 in one day. I mean, like, and didn't have a whole lot of people, but they had people who had a mind to build. And that's where we got to get to the place where we don't care about the numbers. We just need people who have a mind, who believe in what we're doing, and we can do it. And you don't have to worry and wonder, like, hey, I wonder what they're doing. Like, no, you already know what we're doing. We're telling you exactly what we're doing. We try to be as transparent as possible. We want you to know what you're sewing into, and you see the work. You see what is happening. So We're excited. We're excited. And even as you're giving, as the Lord blesses us, we're doing things in the community. Today, we're actually, when we sow today, that's going to go toward our outreach for the last Saturday of the month. So we're, just different things. And if any of you have ever purchase anything or bought anything as it pertains to toothpaste and all that type of stuff, that stuff is not cheap, right? So you want to be a blessing. We're going to be able to sow. We're going to give. And so I want to challenge everybody that can tonight to give that $20. Come on, let's give that $20 for the next couple of weeks. Every $20 that we give is going to be going toward our outreach. We want to be a blessing to those that are out there that are less fortunate. And those of you who had an opportunity to go out there with us, you see the need is great. It is great. It is so many people out there that we can go out there and just add a light to their dark day, be able to be the salt of the earth, which he called us to be. So thank you, Sister Angela. Thank you, Brother Layman. I'm sowing right now. I'm not going to do the thing where, where the people, where we stay on here and tell everybody give. No, I'm not going to do that. Thank you. But I want to challenge everybody that can to sow that $20 seed. You're sowing into good. Thank you, Sister Tammy. You're sowing into good ground. We're going to be a blessing. We're making care packages. For those of you who want to be a part on the fourth Saturday, it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to be preparing a meal. We're going to be giving away, clothes and stuff. So come on, y'all. Come on. Yeah, we're going to send out a list. Lady Tanil is creating that list. Lady Tanil will make sure the list is ready and available by Sunday for everybody. So you can kind of see the list. Because some of you may want to go and pick up stuff. You may be at the dollar store. You say, you know what, let me just start buying things. And thank you, Pastor Dan. Thank you, Sister Monica. Creed, thank you, sweetie. You may be at the store and you just say, hey, you know what, I want to buy some things and be able to help. And so I want to challenge you to do that as well. So Lady Tanilla will be getting the list together. I'm trying to find my little green. There we go. Make sure y'all see the pastor sold as well. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. And those of you that are on here and you say I don't have $20, get what you can. Everybody should be sowing something though. We all we're sowing into our community. We're believing God that as we continue to sow and as we continue to do what's best and help build this community, He's gonna help build our house. He's gonna help us, get out of some of the things that we're in. Amen. I believe God. So thank you. Nita, is that it? Let me just say one more thing about the 25K. So that's the fourth Sunday in April. Fourth Sunday in April. That's our day. We want to raise the 25K. You can start giving toward it now. Just when you give toward it, just put in the memo, build his house campaign, and we'll actually make a campaign on Givelify and on Cash. Well, you can't do it on Cash App, but on Givelify we'll have a separate column that says build his house. And so you can give toward that. We're also beginning, I think is in the month of April, we're going to begin where we have another column where it says the place of grace. That's what our outreach, that's what our community development is going to be called. It's called the place of grace. So people can come and receive grace. And so you'll have an opportunity if you want to sow into the place of grace, you can do that as well. We're working on finalizing our CDC, our Community Development Corporation. That way we can get grants and different things of the sort because they'll give to the Community Development Corporation. They won't give to your church. But a lot of these businesses and everything, they have no problem giving donations to Community Development Corporations. And so we're finalizing getting our 501c3 for that and all of that. Thank you so much, Brother Layman, for the 2,500. So y'all, we're already down to 2 people for the 2,500. So we only need 1 more, and that'd be 7,500 right there. See how easy that is? It's easy. We can make this happen. I believe that God is going to do it. Thank you, Sister Dominique. Thank you, Robert. He said he doesn't have an Android, so he's going to give us he's so funny. He typed it in the thing, green check mark. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you all sowing today. We thank God for you all. You all are a tremendous group of people. I just want to say I can't thank you all enough. You all make pastoring a pleasure. I'm telling you all, just to have people who are like-minded and people who understand the vision and see the vision of the leader, and to have people who are connected to it. You all make my heart glad. So thank you. Let's continue to pray for your pastor. Continue to pray for Lady Tanil. that God will continue to strengthen us. God will continue to give us what we have need of. I told you all on Monday we're celebrating 22 years. Shout out to Lady Tennille one more time. One more again, Lady Tennille. 22 years. Maybe we can go another 22. What you think? My sister tell her all the time she need to divorce me, but I don't think she be listening to him. They're like, I don't know why you with that man. She loved me. She loved me, and I love her. That's all right. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. We try to do what we can. Try to be wonderful leaders. I appreciate that. Lady Tina said, "We can do it, babe." Yes, we can do it. Somebody say they can do it. Uh, he said, "Oh, congrats. Let's stay together." Yes, we're gonna stay together. Uh, we thankful that all of y'all love it here. We appreciate it. So we got Sanctuary Sisters, as you can see. I'm just running my mouth. Sanctuary Sisters. They got a meet and greet on Friday, March 18th. They the Sanctuary Sisters. Their name is not as dope as ours, but we thank God for them. They got a meet and greet on Friday, March the 18th at 7:30. If you are a female, we need you at the Sanctuary Sisters. We want you to be there. Come on out, learn, come and connect with the other ladies that's a part of this ministry. You'd be surprised how many people that you may have things in common with just by coming out. You're like, oh my God, I didn't know you did that, or I didn't know such and such about you. So come on out. I'm sure they're gonna have a great time. They got food, fellowship, and fun. And so I know Sister Monica got some fun things planned for y'all. Y'all gonna have a good time. And so y'all come on out. It's a Friday night, and y'all gonna have a wonderful time. Uh, she said y'all having fun that night. All right, they having fun. We got Sundays at the Sanctuary. Oh, let me take my picture off of there. There we go. Sundays at the Sanctuary. Join us this Sunday at 10 o'clock. We're going to have a wonderful time. We're still in our series, Rise and Build. The Lord say the same this Sunday. We're going to be preaching from the subject, the strength to build. The strength to build. You all know we've been dealing with the burden to build, the cost of building. Now, this Sunday, we're going to deal with the strength to build. And sometimes you just need a little strength. Sincere, y'all anniversary on the 14th too? Did they say that that's their second wedding anniversary? Oh, that's dope. Hopefully that's, yeah. But congratulations. 2 years. Oh man, that is special. I remember when we was at 2 years. Ooh, 2 years was rough for us. Lord help us. We was trying to figure this thing out. Hey, money. Money was an issue and all that. Lord, you remember, babe? We had, Lord, the Lord kept us together. He sure did. He sure did. Oh, the 18th. All right. The 18th. Oh, congratulations. Happy anniversary to the Mabrys. So the strength to build, we're going to have a great time. Nita, is that all the announcements? Join us next Wednesday for Word Wednesdays. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to have a great time, 6:30. So we're finishing up our Rise Up and Build for the rest of this month. I think next week is building the family. So we're gonna be dealing with building the family. So join us on next Wednesday. Invite your family and friends. We're gonna be. She said 2 years that she haven't cut them up yet. I'm gonna tell you what my wife's grandmother told me when I first married her. She told me like if I ever did something bad to her, she was gonna kill me. She told me that. She sure told me that. I believed her too. So. See, I think grandma would have cut me up into small pieces and sent me and had my body in all the different places around Cleveland. But I'm glad she didn't have to do that. Amen. Thank you, Cree. We love you too. We love you too. All right, everybody, all hearts and minds clear. All right, let me turn my music back up. Let me turn my camera back on. All right. Nita talking to me, showing. There you go, Nita. Y'all, Nita's she's a hard taskmaster over there. We love you all. God bless you. Thank you for joining us tonight. May the blessing of the Lord be upon you. For the blessing of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. Sanctuary, what are we going to do? We're going to love God and we're going to love people. Hey, we love you.